Hello, everyone. Welcome to our group presentation on basic qualitative data analysis methods used in language, text, speech, and writing research. In linguistic and discourse studies, researchers often seek to understand not only what people say, but how and why they say it. This is where qualitative analysis becomes essential. It allows us to explore the deeper meanings, social functions, and emotional undertones embedded in language. As Don Ye, 2007 notes, qualitative methods are particularly valued in applied linguistics because they offer rich, contextual insights into human communication. Rather than reducing language to numbers, qualitative analysis helps us interpret how individuals construct meaning through words, tone, and context. Today, our group will focus on two widely used approaches, thematic analysis and content analysis. These methods are commonly applied to interviews, essays, classroom interactions, and even digital conversations, such as social media posts. Our presentation will include five main parts. Number one, introductions to the topic. Number two, explanation of qualitative data analysis. And number three, thematic analysis. Number four, content analysis. And finally, comparison and conclusion. All right, let's begin by exploring what qualitative data analysis actually entails. This section will be covered by Ms. Thảo Quỳnh. Please welcome her.
Thank you, Ms. Yu. Qualitative data analysis is the process of examining non-numerical information, such as words, sentences, or conversation to uncover meaning. Unlike quantitative analysis, which focuses on number and statistics, qualitative analysis seeks to understand the ideas, the emotion, and intention behind what people communicate. In language research, this method helps us look beyond surface structure and discover how people express their thoughts, opinions, and attitudes through language. For instance, instead of counting how many times people use particular words, a qualitative researcher might analyze why that word is chosen or what feeling or social meaning is conveyed. Researchers often apply this method to explore classroom interaction, learning reflection, or even online discussion, anywhere language carries meaning. The main goal is not simply to measure frequency, but to interpret and explain what those words tell us about human communication and experience. In short, qualitative data analysis allow us to discover the deeper messages behind people, language, and behavior. It's turned ordinary text into valuable insight about how we think, feel, and connect through words. Now that we understand the general idea of qualitative and go on to one of the more widely used approaches, thematic analysis.
Okay, thematic analysis is one of the most common qualitative research methods. It's used to identify, analyze, and interpret patterns or themes within qualitative data. In other words, this method helps researchers understand what people think, feel, and experience based on what they say or write. There are usually six main steps in thematic analysis. First, the researcher becomes familiar with the data by reading its several steps. Second, initial score and generals to label important features. Third, potential themes are researched for the amongst the course. Four, the theme are reviewed and defined. Fifth, the themes are clearly defined in the name. Finally, the researchers write the report, connecting the themes with the research question and literature. Thematic analysis is very flexible. It can be used across different fields such as education, psychology, or communication. It also allows the researcher to explore complex meaning in steps rather than focusing only on number or citing. In my opinion, thematic analysis is an excellent method for understanding people, perspective, and experience. It still avoid participant and provide rich, detailed insight into social phenomena.
As you know, content analysis is another research method that focuses on studying quite written or spoken data, while thematic analysis looks for meanings and patterns. Content analysis is more structured. It, it involves counting, grouping, and comparing information. This method can be used in both qualitative and quantitative studies. Researchers apply content analysis to find out which topics, works, or ideas appear most often in a text. For example, the Adore 2017 defines it as a way to make valid conclusion from text by examining word frequency and patterns. Likewise, Ripondora 2018 state that they have researchers understand the meaning of communication in a clear and scientific way. The steps are quite simple. First, define a clear research question. Second, choose what to analyze, words, sentences, or dumps. Next, create category or codes to organize the data. Then label the data based on those codes. Finally, count and explain the results. For instance, in the study of online news about climate change, researchers found that negative and fearful words appear more often than positive ones, showing a focus on fear-based reporting Addison 2017. Our content analysis gives a systematic and objective way to compare different groups and topics and have researchers see how language in and ideas and an idea are used in communication.
Now, let's compare these two methods. Thematic analysis focus more on meaning and interpretation, while content analysis focus on counting and describing things in the data. Thematic analysis is mainly qualitative, but content analysis can be both qualitative and quantitative. Thematic analysis helps us explore why and how people use language, while content analysis helps us see what appears in the data. For example, if we analyze social media posts, thematic analysis can reveal terms like self-expression or seeking empathy. Meanwhile, content analysis can show how many times emotional or humorous words appear. To conclude, both methods are useful in language research. Thematic analysis gives us a deeper understanding of meaning, while content analysis provides a clearer and more measurable view of the content. When we combine them, we can get a more complete picture of how language reflects human thought, culture, and communication. Here are the references we used for our presentation. Thank you very much for listening.